Listen, child, for I am going to tell you a story lost to time. It is the story of the creation of the peoples of the world, lost to the very ones it speaks of. The cosmic tree, Yggdrasil, has always been. No one knows why, but the tree willed and bore a fruit. And thus, from this fruit, a being was born, though he did not know himself where he came from, but it made sense. Prime mover, precursor, enchanter, star breather. All of these names denote him, the supreme god, one. For some reason, there came a time when one decided to create. And so the great enchanter called forth from the soil of Yggdrasil, and from it beings were born. These were the first created, the angels. They were happy for a time, but soon they cried out, "Make us like the aeons! Give us mighty power that we might be strong!" The star breather saw his creation and felt compassion. With a flick of his wrist, he enchanted their blood, giving them mighty magics and the power of the halo. Time passed, and soon one decided to create again. Once more he called forth from the soil of the tree. From the dirt came the animals, beasts of the air, land, and sea. They were happy for a time, but then they began to cry, "Give us the forms of the angels, that we might be beautiful." Seeing this, one felt compassion once more. With his powers, he gave them the forms of men, and thus were created the beast folk. Once again, one sat to create. From the soil he formed the darklings, the blue elves. They were happy for a time, but soon they cried out, "Unlock our minds, that we shall know more than anyone." Once more, one felt compassion. With his might, he gave them the secrets of the world. And so one last time, the star breather sat to create. And from the soil came humans. They were frail and weak, and they too cried out for power. However, this time, the star breather was deeply saddened. "All of my creations only want power," he cried as he hid himself in the garden, far from the world he had made. But this is not the end of the story. No. Time passed. No one knows how long. But eventually, only one dared enter the garden where the star breather wept. A small human. Her name was Vespera. With great passion, she fell and wept at the star breather's feet. "Thank you," she cried. "Thank you for giving me life." At the sight of this, the great god was vastly moved. "I will give you the greatest power of all." He took her by the hand. "I will breathe the stars into your veins.